to the Line podcast at Sierra High School with your two hosts, Aaron Center and my good friend,
Isabela Heredia.
And today we're going to be talking about sleep and how sleep could affect mental health for students and how everybody needs sleep. And we have a specialist today. Could you introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here. My name is Dr. Federico Parez. I am a therapist for the district on the ERMS team, and I'm also a part-time professor at Cal State San Bernardino, the school psychology program.
Okay. So first thing I want to ask, why do you think, or why would you say sleep is important for teenagers our age or young adults?
Good question. Actually, sleep is important for everybody, for babies, adolescents, children, adolescents, young adults, older adults. It basically is the mechanism that allows us to maintain mental health, our cognitive levels, how we think and how we react throughout the day. And it's a survival thing. We need sleep. There's no doubt about it. It's something that's a function that we all need, that we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many hours would you say a night would be functional realistically?
For someone your age?
Yeah.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 19.
All right. So a 19-year-old should get probably 8 to 10 hours of sleep, which I know is impossible because most 19-year-olds are not going to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. However, it's what your brain needs, right? So what typically happens is as you are in high school, and because of COVID, actually, COVID is very disruptive to all of our sleep, right? Because one of the things that happened during COVID was that we were all behind our monitors attending class, whether it be in your high school class, in college, grad school, whatever it was, we were glued to that. And that's a lot of the information that we were getting at that time was coming through our computers or our tablets. So what happened is a lot of that time spent was then allowed us or reinforced the idea that it was a good thing to spend that much time. So when studying was over, we binge watched a lot of shows, we played a lot of games, right?
For sure, yeah.
Right. And I think that habit hasn't been broken. I think it's been reinforced. It's a strong reinforcer on social media, strong reinforcer on the video games too. So I think it's a struggle for young adults to regain their sleep prior to COVID.
Yeah.
Not that it was good prior to COVID, but I think it's gotten worse. Right?
Yeah.
I could say personally, like I've been homeschooled from 3rd grade to 8th grade, and I would just have about like an hour, 2-hour classes every single day. Have like 45 minutes worth of work. It was honestly really nothing. I would just be up all night. I remember I'd be up all night, like reading manga and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like, it just completely messed up my sleep schedule. I can confidently say, like, it's always been messed up. Hasn't recovered one bit, maybe every once in a while, but never like on a steady, you know what I'm saying, steady track.
Right. So do you feel sleepy throughout the day?
Oh yeah, for sure. Undoubtedly.
Okay. So what time do you go to bed typically?
Like 12.
12?
Yeah.
All right. And then what time do you wake up for school?
Bro, like 6 or 7. Ooh. Get that shit out, bro.
Brain rot.
I'm not gonna lie, get that shit out.
Okay.
They're gonna clip you, bro.
That threw me so off course.
What time would you typically go to sleep when you're being homeschooled?
When I was homeschooled, I would be knocked out. Anytime the sun would come up, to be honest, and I'd get around like 4 hours of sleep, I'd say.
4. All right. So you're sleep deprived.
Okay, well, that was before, you know what I'm saying, when I was homeschooled.
Right.
And now, realistically, I'd start laying down at around 12.
Okay.
And then I'd say I'd actually kind of doze off at around 1:30. Look, like, yeah, to be honest.
So 90 minutes to find your sleep.
Yeah.
That's a long time. You know what the average is? 30.
It's your average, bro.
It's the sleep study average, bro.
Yeah.
Not my average. I'm with you sometimes. I hear you. Yeah. But 90 minutes is a long time because think about it. You're at like 1:30 and you wake up at what time to go to school?
7.
7. That's not a whole lot of sleep time.
It's not.
Yeah. Total sleep time is low. So, so are you tired throughout the day?
I think I usually shower before school. I have to say the shower wakes me up for sure. But around the time I get home, I'm pooped.
Okay. You take naps?
I try not to, but usually I do.
You succumb to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it draws you in, right?
Exactly.
You see your timer?
Bro, no.
I feel like it wouldn't even wake you up. Like, I feel like I've tried and I just don't wake up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now what's your sleep time? Let me get you an idea here.
My sleep time?
What time's your bedtime?
I start going to bed like around 9,
Okay.
you know, because I take meds. to go to sleep. So
if you go to bed at 9, what time do you take your sleep meds?
I take them at like 8:40.
8:40, so 20 minutes to work to activate? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you go to 9, and then what time do you fall asleep?
I usually fall asleep. I don't know. It also depends. Like if I'm really tired, I'll probably like knock out at that same moment.
Okay.
And then I don't wake up until like 8. Even though I don't come to school until like later, but I still get up at like 8, or sometimes I get up at like 5 in the morning. I've woken up at 5 in the morning. I just like lay in bed like a potato.
Consistently gets you up at 5 or just once in a while?
Honestly, it's once in a while, but I would say it's in between either like 6 or 8, like my wake up times.
So it varies.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel throughout the day?
I feel heavy and tired.
Okay. You take naps too?
Sometimes, but they're not really long naps. I would say they're like 20 minutes.
Okay, power naps. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are good to do. 20 minutes, max 30.
Yeah.
Anything past that, it's going to disrupt your sleep when you try to go to bed at night, right? So that's...
And I got stuff to do, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't got time to be taking naps for 1 hour anymore.
I hear you. Yeah.
You take naps?
I don't, actually. I'll get up and walk around or get on my life cycle. So I won't fall asleep. Or, because otherwise it's easy to fall into that trap. And then what happens is you're tossing and turning at night, and before you know it, you have to get up to go to work, right? And you got to drive. So not the safest thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So for people my age, young adults, and the lower age groups, if we were to all get around like 5 hours of sleep at night, would that affect our academics, like our grades and stuff? And you know what I'm saying?
That's a great question. All right. So here's the deal. You operate effectively and efficiently at 8 hours if you're in elementary. You operate effectively if you're a young adult in high school from 8 to 10, right? Hours of sleep at night. And that, including that means that you don't get up at night. That once you go to bed, you stay asleep.
Yeah.
And I know that's not true for a lot of kids because they get up and they get distracted because they're checking their messages and stuff. So that's an issue too, right? So the level of sleep will impact your ability to make decisions, right? Because your sleep is the protector of your brain. Think of it that way. We all do it, and you got to ask yourself, why do we do it? Well, one of the reasons that we do it is to consolidate their memories. The second thing is to actually, it's like first aid for your brain. It's one of the most important things it does. The other thing is it cleans out throughout the night. Your brain actually has a cleaning mechanism that's new. It's actually new that we discovered it, and it's been verified finally in humans probably around 2021, 2022. Real recent, right? Because before we knew that something was happening at night that was restorative. That means that we would come back feeling good.
Yeah.
And then there were some researchers that were looking at mice, and they found out, hey, there's something going on with mice when we put these tracers in their brain for other experiments. But what happens to the tracer, right? What happens to that chemical that we put in there? And that's what got people thinking, we need to find out how the brain cleans itself, right? So the point being is, will it affect your academic performance? The answer is, yeah, it will. Like, for example, if you do a simple test, a memory test, and it would be really easy, just a string of words, 7 words that you'd have to remember, right? And if you slept good the night before, and then you do the trials, right? You do 7 trials of memory, just remembering them, rehearsing them. And then you sleep good that night. The next day, you'll remember them perfectly, right? However, if you don't sleep good and then you go to school and they give you that list to remember, right? What's going to happen is you're going to remember some of it. And then if you don't sleep good that night because you're playing you're reading your manga, or you're playing with your games with your friends, or whatever you're doing, the next time when you take the exam, the test, you're not going to remember.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the reason you're not going to remember, it makes sense. Here's what's going to happen. In order to learn, you need sleep prior to the test, and you need sleep after you study. Does that make sense? So while you're studying, good sleep before the night, and then after. So those overnighters, not a good thing, because we've all done it. We all think, just pull an overnighter. And if you remember when you're sitting in the exam, you're not feeling very good in terms of, I'm at my best. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one. So then the other thing that happens when you don't get enough sleep is this part of your brain, the frontal lobes, are super sensitive to sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that you get more crankier. Someone cracks a joke, you don't find it as funny, especially if it's directed at you. You get a little sensitive, right? You're more prone to fighting, right? So that tells you that these are no longer in charge. It's more your primitive brain, because your frontal lobes have disengaged, you know, in a sense that they're not as efficient. It's almost like having ADHD, like a temporary version of ADHD, but on the emotional part, right? So in other words, you can usually regulate yourself pretty well and not get angry over things, and they just kind of like slide off you, no big deal. But when you don't sleep, you don't have that ability anymore, right? And you'll see it, and you'll see it. What happens every year when we do the time changes, right? What happens during the time change? A couple things happen. Is we have more fights in schools. No surprise. When we lose that hour, that'll happen. We have an increase in heart attacks. We'll lose. We'll have more fights, more car accidents. And then when we gain the hour, we actually have a drop in heart attacks, a drop in accidents, and a drop in fighting. Interesting, right?
That is interesting.
And the other thing that happens, this is kind of frightening, is when we lose the hour, when judges give verdicts on high profile cases like murder cases, they're more likely to give harsh penalties, right? So think about it. If you're being tried and it's during the time change, it may not bode well for you.
Yeah.
So if you're tried when actually you gain back the hour, the sentences are a little lighter. So it tells you that even judges are being impacted by the time change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's just 1 hour. So imagine what we're talking about when you're talking about a 4-hour disruption or a 5-hour disruption that's consistent over time. It's dramatic, right? It's a dramatic impact on how you're going to study, how you're going to remember, right?
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
So, like, would you say that lack of sleep like affects our patience and like our our impulsive behavior?
Absolutely. Because remember, these right here, the frontal lobes, they're responsible for inhibiting your impulsive behaviors, right? And your patience is part of that inhibition process, where you can sit there and kind of reasoning. Even when you're getting yelled at by someone, you're like, oh, this person's not having a good day, or I shouldn't react that way because it is my mom or it is my dad, right? And you're thinking this through. But when you lose that sleep, you don't have that mechanism anymore. It's not as efficient.
It's like fight or flight.
Well, fight or flight is like more of an internal kind of a reactionary thing, right? But I would think that it'd probably be impacted by lack of sleep as well. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're a perfect oiled machine when it comes to sleep, but what we do to our brains intentionally is incredible. Because think of it this way, we're the only animal on the planet that messes with their sleep. No other animal does it.
Yeah, especially bears. They don't play.
They don't play, right? They have a rule. What do they hibernate?
During the winter?
Right, and when they get up, spring,
yeah.
Right? And you ever seen a bear ever violate that? It is rare.
It's rare.
Right? Extremely rare.
I wish I could be a bear, man.
That'd be fun.
Sleep for months straight.
Right.
Kind of get hard to be a nurse though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, sleep is essential for study habits. It's crucial. Because when you're going to sleep, a lot of things are happening that we're not aware of, right? There's a thing called sleep architecture, and there's different stages of sleep. So there's stage 1, 2, 3, and then what they call REM sleep, right? The first 3 stages are non-REM. The most important is 3 and REM. Those are the important ones, right? They're all important, but in order for you to remember your memories, it's stage 3, which is deep sleep, and then REM sleep, right? So what's happening there is your brain's actually kind of, you see this film studio with all these cameras and all this tape? Your brain's going through all the tape of your day, because it's actually videotaped everything that you did, right? And then when you sleep, it's editing everything, and it's deciding what's important.
So like Inside Out.
Kind of like, yeah.
Right. Our emotions are working at night.
Yeah.
Everything's working at night. It's trippy. Have you ever seen the brain graphs or studies of us when we're sleeping? Our brains are almost as active when they're in REM. That's when you do your most vivid dreaming. Right? So dreaming basically is like a videotape of what happened throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it's being edited. So in other words, when you saw something happen, right, or like you're studying, you're incorporating that information in short-term memory, right? It's at night when it gets shifted from short-term to long-term. And if you mess with your sleep, that long-term that information is no longer encoded.
That makes sense.
Right?
No wonder I don't remember certain stuff.
Probably.
Real, right?
If you're not sleeping good, you're not going to remember a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And as you get older, we lose a lot of sleep, believe it or not. Over time, that gets robbed. And you get in your 50s and 60s, you're not spending as many minutes sleeping effectively as you can, right? So keep that in mind.
I'm a little scared now that she's kind of mentioned it. Would you say, like scrolling on our phones and everything would affect our reaching REM sleep and, you know what I'm saying, things like that?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something that's pretty interesting that I just found out myself, because you've heard of blue light, right? The blue light's going to mess.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the whole idea. The blue light, when you're on your iPad or on your phone, disrupts your sleep because there's a lot of blue light. Well, interestingly enough, they did some research, and specifically in Australia, and they couldn't replicate that statement. So we're finding that it's not the blue light. I mean, it does have an impact on your sleep, but it's not the blue light. You know what it is? It's the content that you're watching that's impacting your sleep. That's number one. Number two, not only is the content, but it's that addictive quality of constantly scrolling. Because once you get started, it's have you noticed it's difficult to stop?
I don't find how people do that.
But some
You
people
don't
do.
scroll?
No.
You're a liar.
I get into like half of a video and I'm already asleep. Like I don't have
Is
that
that
much
after your
energy
meds or
in
before
me.
your meds?
It can be.
Because that's probably what it is.
No, it could be before my meds, or sometimes I'm not even like on meds.
Okay.
And I still I knock out. Like I can't. I don't really like being on my phone watching videos a lot.
That's good. You're the exception.
I only go on my phone to like text back people.
Do you listen to things while you sleep?
I listen to music. I do.
That's good.
Like I sleep with my headphones on, but I've heard like certain music. You know, I listen to like whatever I listen throughout the day.
Is it heavy metal, rap? What are you listening to?
There's a mix of like, oh my god, there's a mix of a lot of stuff in there.
But anything with a fast beat would probably not be a good idea, because the whole idea is supposed to be soothing, right? And the content is important, because if you're watching like a video, here's what happens with the younger kids. They'll watch these video games that have a lot of explosions and a lot of blood and stuff. That makes it really hard for your brain to relax, because it gets activated. And the last thing you want activated at night is your brain, because you want to actually deactivate it, right? So the answer to the question, the scrolling part and the blue light, they work together to keep us awake longer. And think about how much time and effort the people that make social media, like Apple and all those people that allow those platforms to be shown there, how much money and time they put in there to hook you. It's like a drug. It's very addictive.
Sure.
Just look at restaurants. Most couples used to go out and actually talk to each other. You go to a restaurant now, what are they doing? They're sitting facing each other and they're scrolling.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
They're standing in line to buy tickets. They're scrolling, right? They're in a car and one person's driving and everyone's scrolling, right? That's how addictive it's become. It's become one of our pastime.
For sure, our pastime.
I say we go back to flip phones, guys.
Not a bad idea.
Bad idea for sure. I don't got reels.
But everybody's like thinking they're trendy now. Everybody's getting them again. And you can still watch YouTube on them. Think about it. You can still watch YouTube.
on a flip phone.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot, actually.
Oh, cool.
Me too.